Hello, viewers. Welcome to Inspire Me Media Networks, the IMN show. And today we are having a special guest. And this our guest today is a music video producer. He's worked with artists such as Olamide, Fino, Timaya, and many others. He's also done and produced commercials for products and brands such as Galaxy Note 9, Omaha Electronics, Essenza Beauty, Glow Mobile, Legend Extra Stouts, among many others. And he's also a multiple award-winning music video producer. He's won awards such as the Headies 2014, the Headies 2015 for Best Music Video Director. He's also won award for Maya 2015 and 2016, 2015 African Best Music Video Director, and 2016 African Best Video for the year. And he's also won the Nigerian Entertainment Award for 2016. And this person is no other person but Buhari Olalekan Oluwasegun, professionally known as Unlimited Ellie. Welcome to the show, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So for me as a person, if you are a lover of the entertainment scene, especially the music video scene, I've been watching this bros for a long time, right from the days of Black Magic, Rekpete, Rainbow, and I keep wondering to myself, how has he been doing this amazing work? It's more like a fulfillment meeting you in person. Good to be here with you, sir.
You're welcome. Yes, sir. Same way. I feel the same way too.
So my first question I want to know about you is, this entire journey, how did it start? Especially before the days of Unlimited LA.
Well, it started 25th, in 2005. Yeah. So I was still in school, Lagos State University, where I studied computer science and math. So I discovered that I had a long lost cousin. The word long lost is because I haven't seen him in like a couple of years, like more than 10 years. So, and his name is DJT. I don't know if you know who DJT is. It's one of the pioneers of music videos in Nigeria. So I discovered that, this brother is my cousin. What's going on? So I reached out to him. So I was always going to his place from school. I spent 5 years in school. So during my 5 years in school, I was always going to his place weekends. So I followed him on set, weekends all the time. And that was where the interest started growing, because I wanted to be an engineer, a computer engineer, a computer scientist, like the nerd guys or the IT guys. I was going to be that. So I started following him on set, and I developed interest. I finished school, couldn't get a job, the normal drill. I couldn't get a job, so I discovered that I could operate camera myself, and I could put on lights myself. So I started operating cameras for people, for directors like Sheson, Aki Alabi, Benga Salu, Frizo and Bizu, some of Clarice's boys. I was just all over the place. I was just handling cameras for them. So that was when I started getting familiar with the music video business. Then I eventually shot my first video in 2010. Yeah, that's when I shot my first video. Then I made TV. Because I've been shooting like a couple of things that never made TV. So I shot my first video in 2010, made TV. And I was excited, like I'll be in the house. My friends would come like, oh, they don't play your video for TV. I'll run upstairs, watch it on TV. I said, wow. So I started getting calls from the artists that I've worked with, in terms of who I've been on set with them as a camera operator. And that's how I met Black Magic. shorts for Black Magic.
Okay, so your first video that made a TV wasn't.
No, it wasn't Black Magic.
What was it?
It was a video by a guy called Boy Amani. Yeah, he featured like 5 people on the song. He featured like K Show, Mike Davis, Bass One, um, um, like 5 other rappers were on the song. That was my first video that made TV. So yeah, then after that, I shot for Black Magic, and Black Magic was well accepted because people loved the video because it was different, it was fresh, you know. And all this video we did it below budget, like it was close to zero budget. But yeah, so after I shot for Black Magic, me and Black Magic really shot. I think we shot like 3 videos. Yeah. Then later on, um, in the line of working, I met D Tunes, which is a producer for Short Tizzle's Shole, and they recorded the song. It was even before the song was a hit. We started planning. Like my friend told me, said, "Man, I'm struggling." With D Tunes, he said, "I'm struggling to put this artist together. Let's work with what we have." So they dropped with his influence. They dropped the song. They put it on the radio. The song was big already.
Yeah,
People really
Shole.
loved the song. Yeah, Shole. So we pulled our resources together and I shot the video. And the video was one of the biggest videos in Nigeria. And that was where the name Unlimited Elite became a household name. I mean, I've been on the ground, but just for the fact that I shot a video to a hit song, and video now happened to be #1 on heavy rotation, like more than a month it was #1. So that's when the name Unlimited Elite became a household name. People always think he's some white dude or some old guy from London. I was in my 20s, man. I was just, I don't know, man. I was like 24, 25. I can't remember my age then. Or 23. So I was just working and it became a household name and, I started from there. That was 2012. Started, doing things from there.
Okay, interesting. So, what was it like? Music video production 11 years ago, compared to now in terms of technicalities, workflow, and all of this? What has really changed?
Okay, the business has changed in terms of technical because I actually started with a film camera, with a 35mm camera, because of my cousin DJT. He shot on celluloid, and I was opportune to be around then. But afterwards, we entered into digital age, but nobody could invest. We didn't have investors in the business, so GT had to spend his own money to buy those cameras. So we moved into DSLR cameras, and we started with that. When it comes to lights, we didn't really have options of lights. I remember I built some of my lights myself, starting up between 2010 and 2013, even 2014, I built lights by myself, just had this idea, built light, built grip. We didn't have like options of cameras. No investors would invest in expensive cameras, so we were forced to even buy our own standard camera that we always make use of. And we didn't have a lot of talented people in terms of production people. We didn't have a lot of talented stylists. We didn't have a lot of art directors. We didn't have editors. We didn't have colorists. So I was forced to do everything by myself. So from when I started, like since like 2009 up until 2016 or 15, so that's like 5 years straight, I was doing practically everything myself. I would develop idea, draft out video treatments, as much as producing the video, directing it, shooting it in terms of being a cinematographer, editing, and color grading. All these things, one person, me, had to do because there was nobody to outsource. Even like the people that they were just too expensive and they're actually working on their own project too. So and that's how I was trained. The SIGT trained us. So yeah, I was doing everything by myself. Compared to now we have like different production companies that you can go there and rent the best camera in the world right now. If it's the Alexa LF is available, if it's the Red Monstro or the Red um 5K or 8K, any of the Red products is very much available. We have like amazing lights, for modification. We have grip. We have lenses, expensive lenses now compared to 11 years ago when we didn't have any of that. We were forced to even buy because I didn't have a choice than to start buying my own equipment personally to use, because anytime I want to rent a particular equipment from one person that rents out, before you get there, oh, maybe Clarence is treating that day, the equipment is gone. So we're forced to buy equipment ourselves. So I started running like a production company because I had equipment, I had post production, pre production, I had everything. I had a studio, I have all these things, production van, even as much as a generator. So I had everything. So I was running like a full production company, and even to the extent that I started buying classic cars. That I use them a lot of
Yeah,
these
for
videos.
props.
Yeah, because we know. I mean, I want to do a video with a classic car, and it's only one person that has classic car in the whole Nigeria is proud to leave his classic car. He doesn't want to drop it. So I was forced to buy my own classic cars. So, but now we have investors, we even have businessmen investing in classic cars, investing in cameras, investing in all these things. So it's a lot easier now. We have a lot of people during the time that we were struggling and putting things together. People have gone to school, people are learned. I also trained a lot of people too. So people are professionals on their own level. So you see a colorist that's a professional. A colorist doesn't even know how to shoot, doesn't know anything else than to color videos, and is making a lot of money from it. Editors are everywhere now. Like they don't even need to be on set with you, they just want to edit. You see DOPs, that is director of photography, cinematographers are everywhere. You can easily, so it's easier. I feel like it's easier to actualize whatever idea that you have now, or to eliminate the idea that you have now compared to 11 years ago, because you have to do everything by yourself 11 years ago. But now you just need to employ people that can do it for you.
But don't you think that also back in the days there was less competition compared to now?
Yeah, it was. The industry is still growing, but the industry was smaller then. I mean, how many artists do you have out there?
Yeah.
If you
True.
can't count more than 10. But now, I mean, you don't even know some artists. You just know, oh, this artist sang this particular song. You don't even know the name of the artist. So the business was a bit smaller then compared to now. So yeah, pretty much that's what the industry is expanding. So that's what's going to happen.
So I'm curious from a business perspective. This your process. How were you able to fund the things you were doing at that time?
I was younger. I was way younger. I didn't have a lot of responsibilities that much. So, and I mean, I am typically, for me, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go to the club, I don't go to parties, I don't go to places that make me spend extra money. So, and I was young, and I was always working. So, and I'm not a fashionista that I want to buy like expensive things. So I never bought any expensive things for myself except for my equipment. Those, if you want to really value me, you have to go through my production. So that was how I was able to buy equipment for myself. Yeah. Instead of buying the designer shit, I was just buying equipment for myself, because the equipment I buy for myself will make me work better in my next
project. Yeah. So, what does it mean to be a video director, and what are the body of knowledge necessary or skills required to in this career path?
Being a video director simply means that you are responsible for the visual representation of an artist. And the second question is, what are the what do you say?
The body of knowledge, skills
that is required for it. First, you have to be creative, and I always say this that your creativity needs to be trendy. You can't be. I mean, music video too is also a part of filmmaking, and filmmakers are termed stubborn. Like every artist can be stubborn. Once you're a creative artist, you just this is how I want to do it. But for music video, it's different because you have to be trendy. Like the kind of song that people listened to 5 years ago is not what they're listening to right now. So you should be able to go with the trend in terms of style of shoots, ideas developed. So you need to always be either you be ahead of everybody or you follow the trend. That's pretty much about music video, not film. About music videos, that's pretty much it. So this type of skill that you need. Once you're creative, you should be able to follow the trend or create a trend. Yeah.
Okay, so the skills that relates to cinematography, editing, color grading.
Yeah, those are different departments. Now you said music video director.
Yes, yes, yes.
A director is different from a cinematographer. It's
Okay.
different from a colorist. It's different from an editor. You can be lucky to be able to do all,
Okay.
but these are different job specifications.
So you can be called upon to just direct a music video,
Yes.
and then you step aside.
That's
It's
all.
none of your business what happens next.
It's your business. What happens next?
Okay.
But doing everything hands-on is really
Is
not
it-
a- it's
okay,
a different, it's a
okay.
different thing. So because the way I was trained to be a director, a cinematographer, colorist, editor, even visual effects artist. That's how I'm trained. That's what I can do. That's my capacity in terms of doing things. But business-wise, I don't need to do all that again. So I've employed people to do that. But as a music video director, you really don't need to do. In this age and time, 2023, you don't really need to know how to do those things because there's a lot of people that are also professionals in those departments. So as a music video director, you don't need those. Apart from the skill of being creative, you don't need to know how to edit. You don't need to know how to color grade. Because you're creative, you know what you want. All you need to do is to say, "Oh, bro, this is what I want." And once, bro too is a professional in his field. He's giving you what you want. Yeah, you see what you want, and you're okay. Everybody's good to go.
Okay. Okay, I'm learning something here. Now, take me back a little bit. What does it feel like shooting in celluloid?
Shooting on a film celluloid it's kind of old, and
Yeah.
the process is kind of I won't say difficult because I mean if you have everything it's difficult. So it's you know how we used to take pictures back in the days with
back
the
in the day.
film.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same. Only that when you take those pictures, you take it and you roll it to the next one. You know, you remember when you take a picture,
The reel.
you roll it. When you press that thing, it rolls to the next one. It rolls to the next one. With the film camera, that's where the difference between photo and video, motion and still. So with the photo, you snap, you roll it. With the video, you push it on and it's rolling on its own. So that's why you can hear. So it's recording. So for a picture, you take one picture is one picture. But for video, 25 pieces, 24 to 25 of those pictures make 1 second. So in 1 second of video, you've taken a picture 24 or 25 times. So that's why it's called 25
Frame
frames.
rates.
Yeah,
per
or
second.
24. Yeah, some people can even do 30, like in America they do 30. So pretty much it's the same process. It's just more, I think it's cumbersome in terms of film because it's bigger. You know, for your photo, it's just maybe you say like 24 shots or something, but this one is like 500 feet, and you have to load it into it. This is pretty much the same process. It's the same process.
How about is it not fragile?
What, the film?
yeah, so these reels now while you're shooting.
Yeah.
So what if for any reason maybe can't you does it not get easily damaged?
If it's exposed to the sun,
It gets
it
damaged.
gets damaged. Just like the one when you're shooting photos too. You know when you don't expose it to the sun,
Yes.
yes, it's the same.
Wow.
It's the same, but it's just bigger. So you don't expose it to the sun. When you're done, you have to take it to the lab and go and process. Just like you take the one with the photo to the lab to go and, it's the same thing too.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. So on a lighter note, what is it like? What's it like working with Olamide?
I think working with Olamide is beyond clients and what I say when I say client and customer.
Yeah, relationship.
You know, is we are more like brothers now because we've been together way too long and we share like personal things together. So it's more like my brother than a client to me. So, but working with him is Ramide just once you are done with the video, he just wants to release video the next day. He doesn't like to waste time when it comes to his videos. Say earlier, begging, give me this video, I want to drop out tomorrow. It's like that, and we've grown from that level to like businessmen where we he has opened a lot of opportunities for me. We've done like businesses together. Apart from we've grown from just me being a director and he being an artist, we've gone beyond that. We've done like bigger businesses together. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. He's just cool like that.
And he's the king of the streets.
Yeah, because I remember a couple of times when we went to Bariga and the crowd was just crazy. He's the king of the street, and
Okay. Now, from a business point, for young artists, how do you even, get yourself out there? You understand, especially in the midst of the competition, stand out, thrive, let me call it what it is, get businesses. What are the realistic ways
for a new artist,
for a new
director. I think the world is watching now because I remember that the only avenue that we could showcase our work was more television. But now there's television and there's mobile phone, especially this mobile phone, your smartphone. So I feel like it's a lot easier now if you have a material that people want to see. So you don't need to shoot like 20 videos to be noticed. You can just have just one video and everybody notices you because everybody can see it simultaneously. Organically, everybody will see it and say, oh, did you do a good job or not? So for a new director, just make sure you have, like I said earlier in the questions you asked me, music video directing and business is all about trends. If you have a trendy idea and you put it on a good song, that's how you'll be noticed. Trendy idea, trendy song, those two things you can't miss out on it. Yeah.
So you're a multiple award winner. What do you attribute this success, and what inspires you?
I mean, more than half of the awards that I have, I don't think I haven't collected them. Yeah, I probably missed out on the show, or I probably didn't take it because I don't see. Award to me is just it's a form of recommendation. It's okay, but I don't tie my success around it, or my achievements. I don't tie it around awards. So when they tell me that, oh, I just won award best video this one, I say, oh, really? Yeah, that's nice. Like most like all the plaques that I even have are the ones that they brought to me. Like the rest of the world, like I know I have a good number, so more than 10 plaques that I haven't collected. Because I don't, it's not I don't, I appreciate the fact that I'm being recognized and being or more like rewarded for. But I don't. It's not a big deal to me. It's really not a big deal to me. Because I'm just working. I believe that I'm not the only person that can do this. I'm just opportune to be in that space by that time.
So, what do you attribute your success
Um, to the people that have impacted in their life and in their career. Because sometimes I sit back and I see a lot of people that came under me and or came from me or through me and are really doing good in that. That's my joy. That's my own success. I don't wanna. I don't want to sound too modest by saying I don't want to be the best video director. No, I don't want to be. I want to be a successful music video director. I want to be a successful person, And how I know I'm successful is people around me, are they also successful? I mean, are they dependent or are they independent? And I know that a lot of people around me are very independent, which I'm very happy for. So that's how I see it. That's how I measure my own success. It's not about the awards that I got or the how popular I get or no. I just want to be able to put people on as much as I can.
So, what inspires you?
I get inspired by a young person doing what I'm like. I get inspired by seeing like a 20, 23, 24 because that was when I started. I get inspired by just watching younger person work. That's how I get inspired. If I see a younger person doing things, I say, man, that guy. So things like that inspires me. I don't look at my age mates as I don't. I look at the younger people and they are doing things. Even if I'm making a huge mistake, I'm still getting inspired by that.
Okay, so this next question is a 3-in-1 question.
Okay.
Number one is, how much is the fee for a music director averagely? Are there legal arrangements before undertaking a project? Does a music director get any form of royalties?
Okay, for the fee, I'll break it down like this. There's the director's fee, which is like the service charge, and there's the production cost. For me, I don't think I've ever put a cost on my uh, my fee or my creativity. I always tell people that I'm as cheap as affordable. I'm as affordable as shooting for you for free because I've done it plenty times. Shooting for you for free, or I can be as expensive as not shooting for you. So yeah, because I've done it a couple of times. I like a song, even if the artist does not even have like some of the artists don't have money to push themselves. I shot like 100% free video. It's not even bring this money, let me do. No, I'll shoot a video for you 100% free. I shot it for A-list artists. I shot it for B-list artists. I've done it for like new upcoming artists. What I do with some A-list artists is okay. Maybe I probably shot like 3 videos for them, but there's this particular song on their album that they don't want to promote, but I love it. So I bring it around. I'll do it for you for free. I'll do it. An upcoming artist that I like this song. Like I have to like this song. And now, don't get me wrong. Me liking the song doesn't mean the song is going to be a hit song. It's just my own personal preference. I've met some upcoming artists. I like this song. I'll shoot it for a video for you. I've done it. Or I can be as expensive as not shooting a video for you in terms of maybe I don't like the song, or maybe the vibe is not just working.
Yeah, you don't want to be identified with that song.
Not really. Not really. I've shot songs that I hated. Shot songs that I hated that became number one. I'll give you an example. Orishifemi Double Wala. None of us liked the song when he sung because it's a new Afrobeat sound.
Yeah.
It was new there. I remember Orishifemi called me. It was in I think it wasn't in the country. He just called me and told me, yeah, man, because I'm a huge fan of Orishifemi from Messages of the Lord. In fact, when Richie Femi did Message of the Lord, the song, I was on set with DJT. He came on set with an artist, and I told him, look, bro, man, I know that I know that I'm just a runner on this set, but your song, Message of the Lord, I love the song. So I've been a huge fan of Richie Femi, even from right from Junglist. So for some reason, we kept communicating. Then he called me and said, man, he has a song called Double Wala that he wants to do a video. He sent the song. I listened with my team. We're a team of 7 people. He said, which kind of song is this? But as my job as a music video director is when I listen to a song, even if I like it or not, if it's business time, I draft out ideas regardless. So I drafted out an idea, and I told Richie Femi that, Femi, hey, I want to send you. He said, nah, I should not worry. That he's coming back next week. He doesn't want to know what I want to do for the video. We should just shoot. I shot the video, and the song became number 1. It became number 1. Video became number 1. Everything became number 1 for a lot of time. So, but for a long time. So I'm like, wow, this song all of us never send became number 1. So, like I said, I've shot videos to song. A lot of videos to song I don't like at all.
Okay.
Yeah. But it won't stop me from being creative, putting things together. Yeah. So what's the last question again?
Now the second question is: are there legal arrangements?
Legal arrangements. Okay. So here is how I work. When it comes
the way you work, then industry standard.
Yes. When it comes to me, the way I work, when it comes to commercial shoots, like TV commercials, and there's always like legal arrangement because you're dealing with like a company directly. But when it comes to working with an artist, it's different now. But I'll tell you, like all the artists I've worked with, we've gone beyond being just doing business to being friends. Like they have my phone number, they have my personal account. They say, hey, if I don't send you money, we shoot next week. So there's no, even next week doesn't work. Your money is safe with me when you come out from where you're coming to shoot. I've never had a fallout with any artist over money or over idea of video or like the video. No, I've never had that situation before because we are more than businessmen, we are friends. If it's not going to work, I'll tell you that, bro, this shit can't work. I will know that, okay, maybe we'll put more money to it or we don't do that. But for now, that there's a lot of people, DSPs, and you see the people like Empire, 1RPM, all these people are investing in content for artists. So I think there's going to be some
legal arrangements
with that, which is true because I worked with Universal too. But even if there's a friendship, when it comes to legal, it sounds like there's no friendship there. But there's a level of friendship.
So it's like formality.
There's formality that way because I work with Universal, I also work with 1RPM and Empire and all these people. But there's a formality that we go through. But I know that's because of the relationship of me and the artist. And I can't speak on anybody else because maybe I don't know. But for me, is more than just business. It's more like relationship that I work with.
Now the last question is: as a music video director, are there any other royalties that you get?
Because we don't own the material.
Okay.
You don't. As a music video director, I see some people complaining about when I think there's this Sound City Music Video Awards, and they're giving awards to artists. Like best music video, they give it to artists. I mean, I said because at the end of the day, the product,
intellectual property.
No, they don't. That's not intellectual property. Okay, well you can say the intellectual property, but the creative part of the intellectual property doesn't belong to the director because you're being paid. It's just like a producer saying it's the of the song. No, the song belongs to the artist. Who is the producer? You're the producer. Nice. And I'm sure you get paid. Or maybe you can do some sort of payment arrangement.
You get paid for that service.
Yes. So it's the same thing with music video directors too. We also get paid for a service. So once we get paid for a service, we don't own the material. So that's why it's going to be hard for except maybe I have like a share in the management or maybe a record label with the artist. That's when I can say I can get royalties off. But apart from that, we get paid more.
This next question is a very interesting one. Are you married?
Nah,
So,
I'm not worried.
so when you are not on set, you are not editing. What do you do, especially for fun?
Um, I like taking long drives. Yeah. Because I drive a very fast car, so sometimes I just like to drive at night. I do that. I play video games too. Um, yeah, pretty much that's what I do. I'm
Okay.
an introvert, so I like to stay in the house. So when I'm in the house, I play video games. I love like adventure video games. Where I finished Metal Gear, I finished God of War. You know, those games like it will get me into it, and I sit and play. But when I get bored a little bit in the house, I just jump into my car, I drive up to the island, and come back. I mean, it's a very boring circle, that boring triangle of life. Yeah. I like it.
Okay. So, you've worked you've worked with Timaya,
Yeah.
and it's almost as if you are friends with him. What's it like?
Yeah, well, apart from Timaya, I've worked with like majorly all the artists in Nigeria. But with Timaya, though he's older than I am, but we are friends too. Timaya is a very stubborn man. He like we don't fight, we just argue. We just he likes to make his points. Then every shot that I take, he wants to watch the playback. But Timaya is very interesting, and he's a very funny man. So we crack jokes. We even throw like small insults at each other. But he's my guy. Like I said, he's a very interesting person to work with. Yeah.
Wow. So now this is a cheat code, right? So what are your recommendations for shooting a low budget but standard music video? Please give tips and tricks from equipment to all of that.
Okay, so what you want to do is make sure you don't shoot below the standard of the platform you're trying to put it on. You just like say you want to put your movie on Netflix. You want to check Netflix recommendation of equipment, you see it there. So it's just like that. So recommendation of most of if you want to put your material on TV or you want to put it online, the recommendation is there. So when it comes to equipment, don't go below the recommendation there first to start with. And I think the recommendation now is 4K now. So I mean, when you want to shoot, make sure you get a camera that shoots 4K. Also, your lighting too has to be, it has to be good enough for you not to see grain. Also your coloring too. There's also recommendation for that. So when you have the equipment, your standard equipment, I think the most difficult thing to get is the standard equipment. Yeah, I think it's one of the, yeah, because sourcing for like equipment so after you do that, you have to look for people that can operate those equipment. If you cannot operate it yourself, I mean, I'm talking as a video director. You have to look for people, friends, family that can operate this equipment. Then you have to create an idea, a trendy idea, and just work with it straight. I'm not going to tell you that, oh, you must do this or you must do that. I'm going to give you guidelines on it. And that's the thing. You shoot with standard equipment, look for people that can operate the equipment, then develop a trendy idea and shoot. That's it. You don't necessarily need the most popular or the biggest music video director to do it. Nah, you don't necessarily need that.
Interesting. Okay, so as a person, do you have openings for empowerment, internship? Do you have such?
Yeah, I not for now. I stopped because I had like at one time I had like too many people on my set. I didn't even know where they're coming from. Like, who are these people? But I'm trying to position a lot of people in places that will warrant them employing more people, because now I'm trying to go into the full business of 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 the of the business, the full business aspect of the business, while I leave like the creative and technical stuff to younger people. That's what I'm trying to do now. So I may not have like all the time to start telling people that, oh, this has a color grade or this, because I have like few guys that are specialized in that. So what I do is I'm trying to point everybody into direction. Like I have like people that shoot skits, shoot music videos, documentary, all this kind of thing, and all that. In all that department, you must look for a place that you can develop interest in. If it's like editing, like some of my editors don't know how to edit music videos; they only know how to edit um, documentaries or TV commercials. They don't really. So that's a department that, oh, you love that type of edit that you love. You can fly with that. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do now. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of people that just come around and we don't even know what they're doing. I'm trying to position people in like particular places right now. So for now, my place is tight, is very closed. I can't afford to have any external person right now.
Okay, we get that. So, in all your projects, with all over the years, what's your most challenging project and what's your most interesting project?
I think my challenging. Let me see. Okay, apart from Shantizu Shole, where I had like a level of challenges. Apart from that, I don't think I've ever felt any challenges in any project.
Why was Shule challenging?
Okay, so the challenges we faced with Shole, because we didn't have any money, so we begged. The location we used, we begged to use the location. We paid few cash for the location, and they gave us the location from I think they gave us like till 9 p.m. or something. I don't know. Throughout the day. And the place had just one lift bringing you up there. So we are supposed to start the video by 7 a.m. and probably finish by 9 o'clock. And because we finished with the party scene, so we planned it that, oh, for the party scene, we just all the people, everybody that wants to invite for the video, we tell them to come 7 p.m. So somebody out of Shontizu's team that was inviting people made a mistake and wrote 7 a.m. And note now that Shole is a huge song, and Shontizu is loved by everybody in the industry. Also, D2 is loved by everybody in the industry. So everybody that we called for the video came. Imagine even the people that thought they came late, that came by 11 a.m. The whole location was packed before 7 p.m. So it was very well. We were like, we don't need everybody till night. The challenge was just too high. Then we had like people, just
space looking around. Yeah.
Then by the time we were ready to shoot the party scene, I think around 7, the elevator got damaged because the elevator has overworked for the day. So the owner of the place now told us to leave. And we were about to shoot the last scene. We couldn't leave. That's why the owner called police. So picture this properly. I was shooting the last scene. Imagine I was shooting the last scene over there, like on the wall. There's a scene with Shantizu talking to the girl on the wall. We had police arresting people, taking them downstairs, because the only way you could get into that building is through the lift. And lift are damaged. So they were manually controlling the lift. As in there was an engineer that was controlling the lift, because there's no staircase and anything. So imagine they were arresting people, and I was shooting here. I was still filming.
You were trying to
just get the shots, and they were arresting people. So at a point, the owner now saw that arresting these people is not even effective. How about stop?
Yeah, the entire show.
So I remember I had the camera on me like this. Police was coming. Then my crew stood in front of the police because it was like too many people. So they were trying to block the police by saying, Oga, I beg, Oga, you know, that kind of thing. So it was there for
Delay
like around
tactics.
2 minutes. Just delayed for 2 minutes, just for me to finish the shot. And immediately it was over like this. I just said it's a wrap. So when I say it's a wrap, everybody shouted in excitement, you know, like goddamn. So the owner was just looking at, if I had it, you know, they don't go finish using the whole thing. So they left us. That was the most challenging because I was working under pressure. That was the most challenging. But after that, nothing is challenging to me. I shot a street video where area boys will come with guns. I just looking at them and now, man, you people can't scare me. So yeah, till date, I've never shot any challenging video.
So what's your most interesting project?
Most interesting project should be, should I say, I would say it's interesting because I shot it for 3 hours. It was the band emergency.
Okay.
I shot for 3 hours. Just for 3 hours.
Emergency.
Yeah. Shot, I think 3 hours, 10 minutes or something. It was very quick.
Interesting.
So when we finished, we were like, is this not the fastest video? No. That was until I shot Fino, Burna Boy, and MI. Song is called Link Up. I shot that one for 10 minutes. Yes, because I did want, there's a scene where Burna Boy, Fino, and MI were supposed to perform together. So that was the first thing I took. So as I took the shot, but it was Burna. Burna just watched the video and said, bro, make we no shoot any other thing for this video. This is the video. Everybody looked at it. Everybody now watched people and said, man, this take is mad. And we left the video like that. I dropped the video like that.
Wow.
so in my head it was emergency, but that was what we say. I can say it's emergency because we planned emergency. Like, oh, this is the time we want to shoot. I'm sure for 3 hours that was good. But the other song with Fino and Burna was Link Up. We didn't plan to shoot for 10 minutes. We had like 5, 6 other scenes. But when we shot that first scene, Burna just said, bro, this is it.
Wow.
Everybody on scene, and we had models, we had dancers, everybody was like, it's a rap, how? You know,
so what happens to them? They've been paid?
They've been paid, yeah, everybody was paid.
Wow.
Was paid. So you can say that's interesting too.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting and unusual.
Yeah.
Okay, so my last question. What is production business as part? So maybe I've gone to school and then I've read business and I'm coming back and what I have in view of me is the production industry. What is it like? What should I look out for?
Depends if you want to start producing content and selling, or if you want to go into the rental business, or if you want to go into the creative business.
Walk us through 3 of them. What does it look like?
Producing content and selling is, okay, you have a film, you have a script, you have an investor, you contact maybe a production house. If you want to direct it yourself. Okay, maybe you spent like, let's say 20 million on your film, and you sell it for maybe 40 million, 60 million, 100 million. That's one. Or you want to go into rental. Rental is you buy like equipment and you rent out for different people. Starts on and on. Or you want to come as service, as rendering service. Oh, you're a director, or you're an editor, or you're a cinematographer, or like that. You know, you get a job, you get paid. Pretty much that's
one of
that's
the 3.
pretty much. That's like 3 biggest. Yeah.
Okay.
Rental too still goes to props. You know, you can have cars. Classic cars like other props that like you can have like a whole building of props that you rent out to. So it's rental, service, or
content
creation, which is producing.
Okay. Thank you very much. It's good to have you on the show.
Wow.
And we'll still have you again.
What's going on, people? My name is Unlimited LA, filmmaker, music video director, and keep watching Inspire Me Media Network on YouTube. Thank you.